Hey Eric, everyone. So, this is round two's Dapper Dragon vegan formulation. And back to same knot as the previous two, but this is the Grooming Company Packer Edition with my Leaning Tower of Pisa knot with the awesome fibers. Alright, so I already soaked the knot, already did my face, got a clean background, shaking out the standing water out of the brush, pouring what I had on the puck, which was just a light drizzle, but sometimes when it drizzles it goes down onto the sides and everything. So here we go to load. Same thing, just light pressure on the top. And just like always, for me, pardon me, sorry, just like for me, the proto lather with the vegan always starts right away. No hassles, no schmassles. And that's when I use the smaller amount in the first round of testing, or even now. It's there, it's becoming creamy. There's what I got on the brush. And I'm just going to go a little bit longer. Alright, and that's where I'll stop. Puck was telling me, hey, I'm a little dry, and because I don't want to add any more water right now, I'm going to do that as I'm loading or building lather. Alright, I'm gonna rinse my face real quick. Okay, again, don't want it sopping, just moist. Alright, there we go, and here we go. And as always, as expected for me, just more experience with knowing what it's going to do, right away it goes to town. Just lightly scrubbing brush, which splays beautifully enough for you. Goes to work. And wow. Lickety split. You get yourself a nice coat of lather. Now, the only thing else now to make the shape comfortable for me is now I just need to give it some water. So dip the tips. And watch it go. Pow! That's the lather. The lather's popping. And what I notice is that the creamy texture that's in this and the creamy texture that's in the Tallow number 2 are pretty close to each other. Too hard to call. However, they're both creamier in a dense way, in a nice way, than Tallow number 1. Alright, it'll be the same brush again today. Set that there. Or, same brush. Whew. Sorry about that. Same razor and blade today. Just the third use of it. And back to the lined handle edition. And here we go. Commented on Twitter, and I meant it, that after the Tallow number 2 shave yesterday, even though this morning I was still feeling my stubble come back, my face was just felt well conditioned. Didn't use any balms yesterday. My only aftershave is an alcohol based aftershave the one that I used yesterday. So no balm, just a splash, and the face felt good. And as always for me, there aren't any irritation that I can feel, no drying out. So, I'll be back. Alright, just a quick update. So I'm in between and just did my light rinse just to get clear the debris off. And there's nice slickness here. And that's what I normally expect from the vegan formulation. Can't really tell if it's any more or any less than Tallow number 2, but I'd say it's definitely on par with that. And even Tallow number 1 has good slickness, but I still think Tallow number 2 and the vegan have just a little bit more. At least that's what it seems. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so this is the layer of lather I have for my third application, and here's the knot. And so here I go. I'll be back. Alright, so as before, I finished my shave and we're at the supple point of touching it and feeling it, and it feels to me, I don't know, as good as Tallow number 2 in the conditioning department right after the shave. Again, today it felt good enough, so I went ahead and just did back to back across the grain. So it was essentially a 3-pass shave. Here's the knot. Lather in the knot, breaking down slightly, but the hydration is really sheen here. The lather is really sheen. So let's see what we got left. Okay, and just like even in the controlled test, the water is a little bit more in the brush and not as absorbed into the lather. However, when you're distributing it on the face, it seems to be fine. Whereas Tallow 1 and Tallow number 2, they don't come quite out as runny when you squeeze the final knot. Still pretty tight on the bubbles. I would have to say between today's shave and yesterday's shave, however, that Tallow number 2 slightly looked better. Just ever so slightly. This is definitely a little bit more whippy today. But nonetheless, it's still a very, very good lather. So, very nice, very slick. And of course, Dapper Dragon smells great. So, that's where we're at on that. Nice, dense, slick. Again, I can't really tell a difference between slickness between Tallow number 2 and the vegan formulation. Smells good though. All right. I think I had a lot more on this one today. I apologize. Other than what I've just shown there, I don't really have a lot of other things to say about it. But thanks again for the testing. I appreciate it. And after this round, if there's anything, Eric, that you need, please hook me up in email or get in contact with me, and I'll see if there's anything else that I can answer for you that I may have left out. I think I've hit everything, but I might have left something out. So, in closing, Tallow 2 better than Tallow 1, as good as the vegan. Vegan better than Tallow number 1, as good as Tallow number 2. The cushion, post-shave feel, perhaps the Tallow number 2 is just a little bit better on post-shave, so that's something. But your Dapper Dragon is still a wonderful product as it is right now in the vegan formulation. So that's about all I can think of. Thanks again, and I hope this was helpful. Thanks. Bye-bye.